Om Shanti and a very good morning to all. Today we are going to read the Murli dated 31st December 2012. The title of the Murli is In this new year, each one has to become a jewel of contentment and become problem proof and an embodiment of solutions with the power of contentment. In today's Murli, Baba is speaking about the importance of the power of contentment. And he has shared what all changes are possible when we souls utilize this power of contentment. The entire Murli revolves around this one point of self respect that I am a jewel of contentment. And now the question is, content with what? Satisfied with what? So Baba has answered three things. He has shared three things that you have to be content with the self, you have to make others content, and utilizing the power of contentment, you have to overcome the problems. So let us read the Murli together. Today, Bab Dada is seeing his jewels of contentment everywhere. The light of each one is sparkling very well because the power of contentment is most elevated. Other powers also come too where there is contentment. The power of contentment easily finishes any type of problem. Where there is contentment, no other power is lacking. The power of contentment easily transforms any type of atmosphere or circumstance. Contentment transforms the upheaval of Maya and matter. Each one should check the self to see, have I become a jewel of contentment? Am I able to transform the atmosphere by changing the situation of any human soul? Hmm. So Baba here has mentioned two things, right? That contentment brings along the other powers as well. How? Now see, if I, the soul, if I am seated on the seat of contentment, I will be able to use other powers, like the power of tolerance or the power to cooperate, because it will become easy for me to understand people and look at their perspectives. And secondly, Baba said that you have to transform the atmosphere by changing the situations. So, how will that be possible? Because the vibrations of contentment, if I, the soul, am content, those vibrations will spread around and they will change the atmosphere, right? In a subtle way. Further, Baba says, especially today, Bab Dada is very pleased to see the souls who are his jewels of contentment. Bab Dada saw that the power of contentment transforms the atmosphere in service and among companions. So, do you experience yourselves to be such jewels of contentment? Those who, sorry, those who believe that they have the power of contentment and also experience success by using it at the right time, raise your hands. Acha, raise your hands high. You raise your hands very well. Seeing everyone's hands, Bapdada is pleased. However, when there is any upheaval among companions, check whether this power brings about transformation at that time. Is the result of this successful in making your own places powerful? Hmm? So, Baba here is speaking about something very deep and subtle, right? Because Baba has said that in the times of upheaval, you will have to yourself be content and make others also content, right? So let's just reflect for it for a minute. In times of upheaval, it is slightly difficult to stay calm and spread those good vibes, right? Because for transforming the atmosphere, it is not on a superficial level, but it is very deep. We need to work on our thoughts and attitude, and that is a bit subtle, right? And in the recent Avyak Murlis also, Baba has been mentioning that contentment itself is a power, but practicing contentment little by little, in small aspects, gradually will make it a power. Hmm? It is like someone who is recovering, from maybe a disease or a physical injury. So they are advised to have something energetic, like fruits or something. So if they take fruits only one or twice in a month, they may not accumulate that much of energy or that much of power. ना वो बल और वो शक्ति, वो ताकत नहीं मिलेगी, right? So for this also Baba has advised that practice being content little by little. You know, in little situations or in little scenarios, try to stay calm at that time so that this accumulates and makes it a power for you. It becomes a weapon for us to use. It becomes the true power of contentment, right? Uh, in that way only we will be able to apply it at the time of upheaval. Hmm? Further, Baba says, Baptata saw that even now there is a need in many places to make them free from obstacles with the power of tolerance. Baptata gave a task to each place, that is, every center and zone should give the result of being free from obstacles. Do you remember? Do you remember? According to that, and according to the need of the time, it is necessary for every place to be free from obstacles. Whether it is a service center or your household, each place should be free from obstacles and filled with the power of contentment. You see the speed of the time. Whether it is for the self or for a gathering, Bapdada saw that there is a need to pay attention to the power of contentment. So Baba's again and again bringing us, reminding us that you now need to use this power of contentment. Do not fluctuate in little situations and do not come down off that seat, that stage. Father Brahma tours around everywhere. Do you know what is the easiest way to become complete? Follow Father. From the beginning to the end, Father Brahma gained victory over every situation with the power of contentment. So today, Bap Dada is giving a special signal. Each one should become a jewel of contentment and specially continue to use the power of contentment. So Baba says that the secret to become complete and the easiest way is to follow Father, right? As we all know that in the early days of this yajna, there was a lot of opposition. There were attacks, there were revolts, there was picketing, you know. Um, but one thing that everyone noticed in Brahma Baba was that he was very stable and very calm. Mm. Even a few souls who came and insulted Brahma Baba, Baba just said that it is their part. They are here to play their part, and Baba only had pure feelings for those souls. Baba always remained content and made others also content. So this is very deep, very subtle, to practice contentment for the self and to make others also content. So we now have to follow Father Brahma. Now, for us, there may not be any physical opposition or anything of that kind, but there is Maya, right? Old sanskars, and also these 5 elements of nature. And we have to overcome them with the power of contentment. Further, Baba says, the new year is now coming, and so each of you has to check the power of contentment in this way. Am I content with myself? Are my companions content in the way Bapdada wants? Were the problems finished with contentment? Hmm? So these are a few points, 3 points that Baba has given us, that you yourself have to be content with the self. That means your purusharth, the effort, the behavior, and the attitude. Your companions also need to be content with you, right? In the way Bapdada wants. You don't have to say it in words. Rather, they don't have to say it in words, but they should feel those vibes. And Baba also says that you also have to check, were the problems finished with contentment? Baba says discontentment in the world is going to increase day by day. Therefore, for that, look at the self. Did I remain a jewel of contentment throughout the day? The easy method for this is to follow Father Brahma, because discontentment in the world is definitely going to increase. Why is Baba saying again and again that there is going to be discontentment? Because all of us are noticing this, right? We're experiencing it, that there is already a lot of discontentment, but then we need to be stable. And contentment is not based on physical or materialistic possessions, as bodily attainments. No. Even if we have everything on the physical level, if the mind is not stable, if the mind is not content, we will not be able to face situations easily. So, contentment is based on the fact and a deep realization that I am a soul, so that the mind and the heart will be at ease naturally. This is pure contentment. Further, Baba says, Bapdada has made a plan to give all the children a blessing for the new year, especially at Amrit Vela. Everyone is asking what is going to happen in the new year. Those who have determination will receive special help from Bap Dada in their efforts. So everything will become easy with this new year gift. Do you like this blessing of Amrit Vela? Do you like it? You do it. But you will specially attain cooperation, love, and power from Bap Dada. Is that all right? Is it okay? Bapdada has seen that everyone has very deep love. You have very good love for having to do something, but specially use the power of contentment this year for the circumstances that come in between. Check this, and you will automatically continue to move forward. We will only be able to overcome the circumstances if we practice being in the stage of contentment in little things, right? Acha. Further, Baba says, sorry, you have all come from everywhere. Everyone continues to remember Madhuban with a lot of love. So, what will you become? Jewels of contentment. Do you like it? If you like becoming a jewel of contentment, wave your hands. If everyone remains content, what will there be everywhere? The songs of Wah Wah will be played everywhere. So, who are all of you? Who are you? All of you are jewels of contentment. Are you jewels of contentment? Or only a little? Say, if we don't become that, who else would? हम नहीं करेंगे तो फिर और कौन करेगा, right? Baba's adding that zeal and enthusiasm. If Bapdada were to go on a tour, what would he see? The lights of the jewels of contentment are sparkling everywhere, because it doesn't take Bapdada long to tour around. So this year, Bapdada will see the result of how much the lights of the jewels of contentment are sparkling everywhere. This year, Baba especially wants to see the result of your becoming problem proof and an embodiment of solutions. The majority of all the children everywhere have reached Madhuban with their minds. So Baba says that you have to become problem proof. It is like, we know that it is raining outside. So we carry a raincoat, we carry an umbrella so that it keeps us safe. We don't get wet. So similarly, using the coat of contentment will keep us safe from problems, right? And the power of contentment will help us in being embodiments of solution. How? Because a content soul, a satisfied soul, will have a clear intellect and will be able to focus on solutions rather than thinking about problems, right? Further, Baba says, Bapdada is seeing how all the children everywhere have reached Madhuban with their minds with so much love. All of you have reached here physically, and Bapdada is giving special love and remembrance to all the children everywhere. Bapdada is giving all the children everywhere the special blessing of the power of contentment. Remain content, make others content, and spread the vibration of contentment into the world with the power of contentment. Acha, are all of you happy? If you are happy, then raise both your hands. Bapdada is also pleased to see the children in Madhuban. If anything happens, if any small or big problem arises, just come to Madhuban through your mind, not with your body, but with your mind. Bapdada will fill the minds of the children with extra nourishment of happiness. So Baba is sharing a trick with us that whenever you feel there is a problem or any situation, reach Madhuban with your mind, right? And Baba will fill the minds with extra nourishment. Baba says to come to Madhuban means to take a step forward in your efforts. Even now, check how much help you have taken in moving forward now that you have come to Madhuban. What you do easily, remember throughout the day in Madhuban. What do you easily remember throughout the day in Madhuban? Baba, Baba, and Baba. Whatever you listen to, it is things of Baba. When you are walking, it is on the pure land of Madhuban. You are eating Brahma Bhojan, and it is powerful because those who have this special duty are reminded of it. The Bhojan is created with a lot of powerful and pure vibrations. So, therefore, to come to Madhuban means to take a step forward in the self in knowledge, yoga, dharana, and service. So, did all of you take all these benefits of Madhuban? You have taken benefit. Did you take benefit? Because you don't have any responsibilities here. You simply have the responsibility of making yourself move forward. Right? Acha. Feather Baba is meeting the zones. It is the turn of Delhi and Agra to serve. Those from Delhi stand up. Now everyone had a battery operated candle in their hand. So Baba says those from Delhi have come as the form of light and might. It has created a beautiful splendor in the hall. Acha. Those from Delhi have to prepare the kingdom because all of you are going to rule. Are you not? You may not sit on the throne, but all will have a right to the kingdom. It is good. Those from Delhi have very good enthusiasm for service. Now, Delhi has to give the result of being the number one zone that is free from obstacles. You have good enthusiasm, but you now have to give the proof. Those of you from Delhi will do this. Will you not? Raise your hands because as yet Bapdada has not received this result from any zone. So Delhi will claim number one in this too. Will you not? Yes, teachers, raise your hands. Will you claim it? You raised your hands with a little slackness. Did the brothers raise their hands? Acha, all are sitting in various places. It is good. Bapdada has seen that all the zones have very good enthusiasm for service and that everyone has had very good programs everywhere this year according to their capacity. There is zeal and enthusiasm for service everywhere. Therefore, what will happen when you continue to increase this enthusiasm for service? Bharat will become great. Acha. Congratulations to those from Delhi. Baba's meeting a group of double foreigners. Raise your hands. Very good. Bapdada has seen that those from abroad have taken very good benefit from Madhuban. Whether you had retreats or you had any other programs, the result of the cooperation and courage that you all received from one another is good. And this is why Bapdada is congratulating the double foreigners 100 times for taking benefit. What title has Bapdada given the double foreigners? Not double foreigners, but double effort makers. Whenever anyone says double, say that you are not just double foreigners, that you are double effort makers too. Also, check yourselves. So, this goes for all of us, right? That we are double effort makers. Baba says, sorry, Bapdada says, Bapdada knows that you do pay attention and that your attention is also specially drawn. And this is why Bapdada likes to see that though you have come late, you are not behind in your efforts. You are moving forward and will continue to move forward. Bapdada sees this. Bapdada is pleased, and so you may applaud. Next, Baba is meeting the jurist and the IT wings. Bapdada has already said that all the wings are doing good service, whether it is the jurist wing or any other wing, from the time that the wings have been created and you took that responsibility, it has been seen that by taking the different responsibilities, you make good effort. Bapdada has also heard that whatever programs the wings have had, the results of all the programs were good. So the service of the jurists take, taking place is good. Bapdada is pleased that each one is paying attention to service very well. We have to do something, we have to do something, and you are doing something. So, service by the jurists is taking place in different places and will continue to take place. Very good. Acha. Bapdada has already congratulated everyone for service, whichever wing it is. This is the progress that Bapdada wants in each one's effort. And for that, Bapdada has told you that each one should make itself free from obstacles. Baba has not yet received this result. Not just your own center, but the zone should be free from obstacles. Make such a plan that no one in any zone remains weak in effort. Just as you are companions now, move along in the same way and become the best of all of companions in effort too. Because if you become free from obstacles now, that atmosphere will spread into the world. The whole world has to transform. Acha. So it starts from one person, right? It starts from one soul. If one soul is practicing that stage of contentment, it spreads around in the atmosphere, reaches out to our companions, and then as like in with a lot of unity, if every soul practices this, then we are able to serve the world all together on the whole, right? We are on the stage of a world benefactor. Further, Baba says, Bapdada has given love and remembrance to everyone, everywhere, but this year, everyone should be number one in their efforts. Now be cooperative with one another in this way and bring about this result. Whichever zone you see, it should be free from obstacles. Is this possible? Dadis speak, is it possible? Yes. So Dadi Janki said that if we don't do it, who will? We are the ones who will do it, right? So Baba says, raise your hands. You will become double effort makers. Wherever you are and whoever is listening and seeing, all of you should have the thought that you definitely do have to do this. Those who are brave and courageous will say, Baba, it is not a big deal. It is already accomplished, right? Further, Nizar Bhai's group is doing very good service through the future of power. So Baba says, Bharat is doing it and the lands abroad are also doing it. Everyone has enthusiasm, but become free from obstacles. Baba should receive the report that every zone is free from obstacles and has number one effort makers because your vibrations have to reach the world. Nowadays, sorrow is increasing so much. The reason why everything is happening is that such sorrow and only sorrow spreads everywhere. Acha. Do all of you remember what you have to do next year? So make such effort and move forward and enable others to move forward. Acha. Then further, Nirvair Bhai asks if there was a new plan for godly service. Baba said that Baba will tell you. That is fine. Further, Baba speaking to the Dadis. This time, the heart to heart conversation among the teachers was how to make the gathering powerful. Hmm? So, speaking to Mohini Ben, Baba says, even now she has a part and also has cooperation. Are you okay now? It will be okay. Do not think about anything. Everything will be fine. This happens a little in between. You now have received good directions, and so everything will be fine. You are happy, are you not? There has been a little upheaval, and so this happens, but it will be fine. The illness has increased, and so this happens a little. Now, continuously put everything right one by one, and that's all. Everything will be fine. Nevertheless, you are fine. Once you are ready, you will run. Hmm? Then, speaking to three senior brothers, all three should make such a program together that Madhuban remains constantly free from obstacles, that everyone remains both content and also a renunciate. You are paying attention, but continue to pay a little more attention. All three of you should discuss things among yourselves and become those with one thought. Let there be one wave among the three of you. Although you have different ideas, you have to unite those ideas. So all three should have the same idea. By coming together, you will have similar thoughts. It is good. Just as the sisters are together, in the same way, the brothers have to have one direction. Whatever anyone's direction or idea is, continue to move along as one. Bapdada gave all the children greetings for the new year. Congratulations, congratulations for the new year to all the children everywhere. In this new year, You have to bring about one newness or another in yourself, the transformation that you have not yet brought about in yourself, and what you have been finding difficult. Do that in the new year and write your news to Baba. So Baba is reminding us that what all is still remaining, what all transformation for the self, uh, put in those efforts, bring it into action, and then work on it and inform Baba. Make yourself free from obstacles and also be cooperative in making others free from obstacles. All you jewels of contentment should remain sparkling. This is what Bapdada wants to see. Acha, lots and lots and lots of love and remembrance to all the children everywhere. And congratulations, congratulations for celebrating your transformation. So, from us to our beloved Bapdada, love filled remembrance and namaste. We will take a few moments of silence and then we shall share the points from the Murli. Cha. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So we can now unmute and share the points from the Murli.
Om Shanti. Good morning, everyone. Very beautiful Murli. And I like the point where my Baba says that whenever you have a problem, come to Madhuvan visually and surrender all your problems to him. And I also like the point where Baba says that if the mind is not content, we cannot be stable in any situations. So we need to be obstacle free with the power of contentment. Face the situations. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Yes, anybody else would like to share?
Power of contentment also helps us in being an embodiment of solution.
Hmm. Yes.
Om
So,
Shanti.
Om
Power
Shanti.
of content. Power of contentment. Baba said, power of contentment can transform atmosphere around you and within you and among your companions. And if you are full of contentment, you will be obstacle free, and you will have all the eight powers within you, like power of tolerance and with power, with filled with the power of contentment. And if we want to become contentment, just follow Father Brahma. As Brahma, Father Brahma did, you have to do that. So, in the time of Havel, or Baba is asking, are you content with your Purusharth, or are your companions are also full of content from you? And are you jewel of contentment? Baba asked today. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. The power of contentment is actually a very good one. I've experienced it sometime, and I realized that it gives a sensation of being full from within, that you do not have a requirement of making effort for something new and big. But at the same time, I have felt that I am not complacent, that I have stopped working, but it gives a power to go ahead doing it with a lot of energy. And uh, at my office, what I've realized is there is a man who has to fulfill the demands of lots of people and at the same time has his own responsibilities to take care of. So with this sense of smile, with sense of like being full, whenever I have appeared before him, there has been a response from his side. He comes and talks. He expresses his own feelings. Maybe, as brother said and as Baba has said, that you create a sense of a new environment around you that attracts others to come and express themselves to you. So this power of contentment is a very nice power to have. Thank you, Baba.
Om
Yes, so
Shanti.
yes, brother.
Uh, I have a little experience about power of contentment. Um, I lost my document, very important document, at home, and I was searching for it. I did not get it, but I told to Baba that I lost my this document, and then after that, saying to Baba, I stayed calm, and I know I will get it. I will get it. The voice is coming out of me, and next day I have to go somewhere. I need that document, and everyone in the house is having anxiety about that, and I still remain calm, and the power within me saying that stay calm, and you will get it. And the next day automatically I get that document. I found that document, and I thanks to the Baba. Om Shanti.
Yes, so it is all the magic of the power of contentment, right? And also, Baba mentioned that uh, the power of contentment does not come alone. It brings along all the other powers, right? Maybe the power of tolerance, maybe the power to cooperate with others, as as brother shared that he was tolerant or he was cooperative. So the power of contentment brings along all the other powers as well. We are able to understand people, understand their situation, and ourselves stay content, making the atmosphere powerful, right? Okay. Anybody else would like to add on anything?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Adding to this experience, what brother shared about his, office, about a man, I am also reminding of one experience that is very powerful, and I still remember with though I am not working and at home. Contentment. There was a girl at the time of appraisal. There was a upheaval in the company, and there was lot of expectation from company and the CEO, and had we had this environment of little politics also, and everybody experienced this. So at times one, there was time for appraisal, and everybody used to fill appraisal and used to go to, CEO and try to show what the people are doing. That was the time. And one time what happened, that girl who was very contented and always used to work, always be on her seat and doing everything with contentment and no expectation from anybody. And one time what happened at the time of appraisal, she got the highest increment. And when it was asked from the CEO, what he said, she is a silent worker, and she never demand anything. That's why she has got this. She never tried to show what she is doing. And she was so contented when whenever we used to sit, when we have, lunch together, she used to have this lunch so, patiently. What Baba tells us, that while you are having one bite, once it is not finished, we used to listen from seniors, once it is not finished, your second bite should not go to your mouth. And that what we used to see at that point of time. And we were very eager to finish our lunch, but she was having keep the spoon down. And in any, each of every action she had elegance. And that reminded me of the girl. Thank you so much. This is the power of contentment. Because I was reading it somewhere, and I could relate that experience with that also. When you do extra effort to get something and want to show something out of contentment, the returns are diminishing or even negative. That is the thing. Thank you.
So true. Very nicely shared. And this reminds me that Baba previously in the previous Murlis has also mentioned, that if you are silently practicing that stage of contentment, it will reflect through your face, through your attitude. It won't go waste, right? Because you might not have to speak through words. You not might have to go and explain it to people, that I am calm, I am okay. But it will come in your actions. It will reflect through the face, through your attitude. What Baba says, through vritti, drishti, and through everything. So nicely shared. Okay, anybody else would like to add on to something?
Om Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti.
The points to be taken away for me today, like Baba said, that whenever any problem arises, you come to Madhvan through your mind, and Baba will feel like Baba will nourish our minds with happiness. And one thing more, I would like to ask that. Like you told, ki Baba really remained stable, and Baba was saying that when somebody insulted Baba, and Baba was stable, and Baba was saying like that, ki it is their part, so it's very difficult for aam aadmi, you can say, like us, ki when we are in the family. So outside though, when we are at workplace, we can be calm, we can like be silent, we can do our work also calmly. When we are in the family, it becomes very like difficult, to tolerate the things, small things, why it happens. So that is why we say now that first take the certificate from family. So how it is possible? We can make it possible when we are in the family. We are with our own children and own like people. So it's becoming very difficult. Like we are living separately. That then to no problem. When we come into the family, so small things. Why we become like it becomes very difficult for us to tolerate the things. Why?
Mm. It
Please,
is like we've always felt, maybe that we are close, as you mentioned that she is my own or the child is my own. Hmm? So we always feel like, अरे ये तो अपना ही है. है ना? And then while we are in office or at work, there has maybe those people are not in much in contact with us, or those souls, they don't have too many accounts with us, so we don't face it at that time, or we don't find it difficult to deal with those souls. And maybe while at home, so uh, we all of us, we have different accounts, right? But at times we need to practice little by little, detaching ourselves, you know at times, because if we try to entangle ourselves thinking that, oh no, she's my child and she should not do it this way, or why is he hurting me that way, it is their part again. Baba already mentioned that, we okay, we are into these relations, but ultimately we are souls, right?
Very true.
So little by little, if we just practice detaching the selves, every hour that we have, that we get, or maybe whatever happened in that hour, reaching Madhuban, as you said, or going into the subtle region, informing Baba that all this has happened. You take care. Slightly taking out moments, detaching the self, so that we don't get entangled into things too much, and then things don't affect us, or people's behavior don't affect us that much. Mhm.
Very
But
true.
this happens really. Okay.
Om Shanti, Sister, I just would like to add one more thing where my Baba, in almost every Murli, he keeps saying that we should use the word let go, let go. So I've been practicing the power of contentment by using this word every now and then. Let go, just letting go of everything. So it makes you so much of, it gives you a lot of relief and contented.
Thank you. I'll try my best.
Yeah.
Just
So we
adding
are
on to the
all.
discussion that is going on. Yeah, Deepika ma'am,
No, yes, sister, continue.
adding on to the discussion that was just going on, one other thing that has worked for me is little by little, it may not, as Madhuban said, not be difficult. Little by little is dropping on our dependence on getting our expectations fulfilled from others. We may not have those many expectations from people outside, but people with whom we stay, come in contact on a daily basis, our expectation is, इनको तो ऐसा करना चाहिए. And if that doesn't happen, then we become discontent or unhappy. So that's also another one way that has worked for me, is dropping that one by one. It may not seem to be so easy, but practicing that makes it possible to come out of that clutch of unhappiness.
Gee, Didi. Gee, very true. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I also would like to add on, sister, that counting our blessings on a daily basis probably helps to increase the power of contentment. You know, at the on probably on Saturday when we were discussing, a sister brought up a Pana Thaso Palia, and that little statement of the song brought out a very nice discussion as to what have we already received or what have we already got. And knowing that we are all energetic souls which will never be destroyed, is just going to be a transformation, brings so much of power from within that, uh, that nothing else is required, and with that energy you can achieve anything.
Gee,
So the contentment probably increased with the power of expressing gratitude for what we already have.
gee. Thank you. Thank you. So many solutions I have got today.
Okay, so anybody else would like to add anything?
Yes, Om Shanti, everyone.
Om Shanti.
What I have learned from Sakar Murlis that I've been practicing for myself is small things. If I'm not contented with small things, even food or clothes or wants, it's not going to be easy for me to be contented with any big things. So sometimes we can maybe contented with the big things, but the small things happen every day. And we go through all of those things. I wish I like this food more. Let me do this. Other person's wearing this shirt. Maybe I should get one more of these. So I've been practicing this for the last few months, and it's helping me. Because if I'm not contented with those small things that I can, which is in my control, and then I can work on the other things. I'm not, yes, of course, the people issues and other things go along with it. That I had to be calm and all those things. But to me, first of all, for me, that I've been practicing is more for myself. Then there's a home. I should not do this, or should I say this or not say this? So there's just the little things or the small things that's helping me to manage that part of it, then I feel that, okay, I'm contented about those things. Yes, it's going to take time. It's not like, 50 years of dust on the soul is not going to get cleaned away in 1 minute or 1 day or 1 month. So this is how I feel about the contentment. Sometimes we talk about the big things, but little things always play a role. We go to a party saying, oh, well, let's see what they all say. I should have this, or I should have. So there's different things that we have to think about it. That's just my perspective on this contentment. Okay, Om Shanti.
Shanti, so true. Like as Baba also mentioned, that it is not going to happen in a second, or it is not going to be very sudden. It will take time, and all of us are working on it, right? The power of contentment. Okay, so would anybody else like to add on or anything?
Om Shanti, sister. I just have one more thing.
Oh,
When we were very small, we were taken into some organization or other, and we had learned so many things. So in that organization, we were taught as like money savings, electricity savings, water savings, and all. And we were asked to make a chart. This is all when we were this is all our childhood days. So in money savings, we were asked to we were asked to do like this, like instead of buying up that time, 5 star was a very luxurious chocolate, right? So instead of buying the 5 star chocolate, uh, buy a little lesser one and put the remaining money, that is your savings, money savings. Now I can just correlate with this. This is the power of contentment. Instead of going to the higher one, buy a lesser one. At least you'll be contented with that. This way you can practice the power of contentment.
so true. Okay, so shall we move towards the meditation, Aki sister? Okay. Okay, so before we move on with the meditation, let us take this point of for homework today, that um, even if there's not any problem throughout the day, try reaching to Madhuban through the mind. Sit in Baba's hut or either at the Shanti Stham, carry those vibrations and come back and utilize them while working. So while we do our traffic control every hour. So today, let's take this homework that we will reach Madhuban, visit all the 4 dhams, the Char dhams, okay? Maybe one at a time, one in each practice. And let's mark the stage towards the end of the day. Is the state of the mind elevated, or how is it? Because Baba has advised us today, right? So let's do it right today. Okay. So let's sit back. Om Shanti. Just as Baba said, if you have any worries, any matters, come to Madhuban. Fly to Madhuban. I, a shining angel, detach from this body, and I visualize myself flying high above the beautiful mountains in Madhuban. Slowly flying down and entering Baba's hut, Baba ki kutia. I visualize myself sitting in front of Baba, Baba's looking at me with so much of love, so much of care. And I can sense that Baba's just saying, why are you worried? I am right here for you. I hand all the worries, all the matters, all the relationships, work, office, everything to Baba. I give it all to him. I am handing over this baggage, which is not mine, it is Baba's. Baba will take care. And in return, Baba is filling me with light and might. There's immense contentment, satisfaction, a sense of relief. I feel like I am a double light angel, angel of light and might, angel of contentment, carrying back the lightness along with the might. I fly above those mountains of Madhuban and come back to this place, enter this body. I look at myself. I am a jewel of contentment, free from worries, problem proof, and an embodiment of solutions. And I will practice this throughout the day, being in the stage of contentment throughout. Thank you, Baba. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Deepika Ben. Thank you, Divine Family. We shall meet tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
Thank you. Om Shanti.